I am Neil Larthos. I am the next Abdullah. You are the next Neville Goddard. Your SP gets wet every single time they think of you, and your bank account makes Jeff Bezos look homeless. Okay? Breaking the fourth wall. Okay? So this is a technique that I invented for you to handle the 3D circumstances, okay? This technique is one where I don't necessarily think that it is required for you to manifest your SP or for you to manifest the wealth, health, whatever. But I'm going to be real with you. One of the most biggest issues for people when they're manifesting is that they are too affected by what they see here in the 3D, right? They're trying to manifest a hot girl at the gym, and they've been affirming that she wants to rip their clothes off, but yet 2 months pass away and she doesn't even fucking look at you. Even one time she made eye contact with you and she made a looking face, right? She looks disgusted, right? So many people, I will go as far as to say fucking 95% of you would quit right then and there, right? You guys would give up, right? But this right here is, I would say this is my second favorite technique that I invented in order to handle the 3D. The other one I'm going to do tomorrow. The other one I'm going to share with you tomorrow. But this one's called breaking the fourth wall. And this is what it is, okay? I'm just going to shut the fuck up and get to the fucking point. So let's use that example, right? Of you trying to manifest the hot girl at the gym. Let's say you don't even know what the fuck her name is, right? All you know is she's got a big ass, and instead of fucking doing hammer curls, you're too busy fucking looking at that coin slot, right? Right? The ginormous fucking coin slot. You're so fucking distracted, right? Yet you've been affirming, you've been visualizing, saying that she wants to rip your clothes off, yet she doesn't even look your way. And even the one time that she made eye contact with you, she looked fucking disgusted, right? Well, when you notice that she's not looking at you, when you hear that thought, or you become aware of the fact that, oh my gosh, this shit's not working, what the fuck? There's no movement. In that moment, that is when you have to break the fourth wall. Now, first of all, if you guys never heard of that before, one of the best examples of this is they do this a lot in television. The most popular example is The Office, right? Where there's something going on in the episode, right? But then they have Jim in one of the offices of the fucking office, and he's sharing his side of the commentary of what the fuck's going on in that episode. Like, he's talking about Pam, like, oh my gosh, she, I think she likes me. I think I should ask her out. And then there's the boss, I think his name is Michael, right? I haven't watched it in years. And he's talking to the camera about his side of the story, right? Yet it's almost like he knows that you guys are watching and he's speaking to the audience, even though in the show there's no fucking audience, right? But they are breaking the fourth wall. Another example is like in Malcolm in the Middle, right? Where Malcolm is arguing with his brother, right? And then it's crazy. He'll literally pause. He doesn't even go to a separate room. They don't even cut to a different cutscene. He'll be in the middle of an argument, or he'll have his brother about to punch him, right? And then he'll look to the camera and he's like, I can't believe I'm about to do this. And meanwhile, his brother is just like paused in time, not even knowing what the fuck's going on because he broke the fourth wall. And then boom, he punches him, right? That's breaking the fourth wall, right? Well, you can do this in real fucking life, okay? And in manifesting, this is how it works, okay? So there's the hot girl. You notice that, fuck, I've been affirming, and she's over here talking to Billy over there, right? You, instead of fucking focusing on the fact that she's talking to Billy, turn your fucking head the other way and go, dude, she is so fucking madly in love with me. And just start rampaging, okay? Watch my video on rampaging, where I say rampaging is the best robotic affirmations. That's the video. start rampaging and just saying stuff like, oh my gosh, she is so fucking in love with me. Oh, she wants my cock. She wants to rip my clothes off. Fuck. She keeps telling me how much she wants my dick. Just go hammer that shit. Keep fucking rampaging until you have a smile on your face. And not a fake one. Don't go into this technique trying to force it. When you do this right, I guarantee you, it doesn't matter if you're black. It doesn't matter if you're fucking Asian. It doesn't matter if you're a fucking alien. And no, not an illegal alien, you fucking racist. It does not matter who the hell you are, what culture, what religion. If you fucking don't know how to do fractions, if you do this right, even if you're in the midst of feeling doubt, of feeling like you want to give up because fuck, you have affirmed robotically 50,000 times that morning and yet she still looks like if she wants nothing to do with you, you go to the fourth wall and say, fuck, she wants to fucking just slobber all over my cock. She lives for my sack. She has a life-size poster of me on her wall and she worships it every single night. She loves me. I'm her drug. I'm her addiction. And keep fucking saying that till you change your mood. Right? Because the whole point of this is you never want to let yourself check the 3D and be displeased with it. You never want to catch yourself becoming aware that it's not there. Never become aware that it's not there. Now, obviously, that does not mean that if you notice, oh fuck, she's not looking at me. Oh, she still hasn't started a conversation with me yet. She is disgusted. It doesn't mean that when you become aware of it, but yet you try to change it and try to rampage that, oh fuck, I fucked up, it's too late. No, it's not too late. But whenever you catch yourself, okay, just simply break the fourth wall, rampage, whatever it is, or just affirm whatever you got to do, or go to the visual, go to your imaginal act. But the whole idea of this is that you want to change your mood. I've actually been practicing this experimentally at work. Now, I'm not trying to manifest an SP. Actually, I'm just simply trying to manifest an SP for an experiment. I already have a woman, okay? But I'm not going to be one of those fuckers who just creates cool techniques just to, have catchy thumbnails, okay? This is actually shit that I'm literally going out there in the field and doing for you guys. So that way I can fucking hone my craft, okay? And this shit fucking works, okay? A good example is there's this woman who works with me, okay, who we hooked up, all right? And fucking call HR, I don't care. We hooked up and she ghosted me after, right? And things kind of got a little awkward after that, right? As a matter of fact, I think this is a success story that I had on how I manifested her, right? I think it was in my success story, the second video where I said that I manifested the hottest girl at the workplace. But she's no longer the hottest girl at the workplace. But I'm such a fucking man whore, I swear. But either ways, long story short, things were kind of weird, and she went from hot to cold, right? Which was my fault because I was manifesting negative shit. But the point is that I decided to use it on her, use breaking the fourth wall on her. I'm even fucking laughing just thinking about it, right? Because I tried it so much today, right? And there she is working in my station. We work at a restaurant. And most of the time since she's gone cold, she doesn't even make eye contact with me. She doesn't even make conversation. I started noticing, okay, she's acting normal. She's acting cold again, blah, 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 just like normal ever since, she ghosted me. I became aware of that, and I quickly looked to the side and just started in my head. I wasn't blurting it out loud, obviously, but in my head, I started saying, oh my gosh, she wants my dick. Oh, she cannot stop slobbering it. She loves when I grab her ass. And I started fucking laughing to myself, right? And I'm surprised nobody fucking looked at me like if I was fucking crazy. I started laughing to myself, and I went from, this tired, groggy mood to all of a sudden enjoying my self-amusement, right? Because that's another thing too, is some of these fucking affirmations are hilarious, right? Saying that she has a life-size poster of you on her wall that she prays and bows down to every single night. That's a fucking, I mean, who the fuck says that, right? Saying that she wants my cock, that she just fucking worships it like it's the fucking the sword of the gods, right? I mean, that shit, I mean, especially if you're in the heat of the moment of a big food rush in drive-through. I mean, that shit is I mean, again, who fucking does that, right? So I'm over there self-amusing myself, right? And I think after 2 fucking moments of me doing that on separate occasions in like a span of like 1 hour or maybe half an hour, she starts making these weird, because I was working in drive-thru, right? And we hand bags to the workers, right? And she was working window. And she starts doing this thing where like I ask her like a serious question, like, you know, was there salsa in the bag or whatever? And there was salsa in the bag, right? But I had to double check, and she's like, no. And I'm like, oh really? Let me check. And then there was fucking salsa in the bag. And I look up to her and she's just like, hee. Again, this was after millions of fucking centuries of her being cold with me, and all of a sudden she starts going, hee, right? And then there was a moment where I had to talk to a customer, and she starts a little conversation about that. Again, bro, this is after months of just cold behavior from her. And again, I wasn't doing these techniques of breaking the fourth wall and then trying to start a conversation with her, like go into the fourth wall and then, okay, I'm going to do a conversation with her to see if it works. No, she initiated everything. Okay, 100% chasing from her, right? And this was stuff that she did before we hooked up, okay? So if you guys are wondering, well, maybe she was just being nice, maybe. This is the way that she fucking was chasing in the beginning, okay? I studied the fucking red pill, okay? I went down the fucking rabbit hole, all right? I know what women do. And when you see movement like that, I believe that, especially if you're just experimenting and you want to see if it works, which is what I'm doing, just so that way I can test out these techniques for you guys, even though I'm not actually trying to get with her. I'm gonna be honest with her. She is fucking sexy, right? But I'm trying to be loyal. I'm actually trying to be loyal Neo. Neo is going, you know, full settled down, full saint mode, okay? We got a halo up here, okay? I'm trying not to be a fucking slut. It's not easy because I, you know, not too long ago had a whole gauntlet of hoes, right? I had a whole infinity gauntlet, but I'm trying to behave myself. Trying to, okay? Pray for me, guys. But we'll see how that goes. But yes, okay? This shit fucking works. So when you see movement like that, when a girl who ghosted you and is acting all serious with you and cold goes months like that with not talking to, and then all of a sudden after you start breaking the fourth wall, doing these little techniques where you are basically showing your subconscious that no matter what the fuck the 3D shows you, you can still be in a good mood as if she is sucking your dick right there in that moment, then boom, your subconscious proves to you that it's on its way. And when you notice a shift in behavior that quick, even though we were not fucking each other's brains out, okay, even though we weren't making out and I was squeezing her fucking jiggly ass with all the celluloid, still, the fact that she went from being cold to all of a sudden making these random excuses to make conversation and to flirt, that's a sign that it works. And I don't even have to try it again. I can move on to another guinea pig for my laboratory and see if it works out. So that is another tip, is if you are actually trying to manifest an SP, right, even though I was experimenting, when you see a shift in behavior like that, though you might not manifest the SP right away after that shift in behavior, that is a sign that it fucking worked. Okay? Just like when you're trying to start your engine and you're having issues, but then you hook it up to spark plugs, right? When you hear the you're not driving on the road yet, but when you hear the that's a sign that, okay, it's working. Okay? That is how movement works, is once you see an obvious sign of something completely out of the ordinary different in their behavior, that is a huge green flag that it's working. But yeah, break the fourth wall, okay? Do it in the face of the devil. When I say, I believe, like, when the Bible talks about the devil, because we all know already, if you guys haven't heard, if you guys haven't heard the news, the Bible is just a metaphysical representation of your God power, okay? And the devil represents the physical world. Thou shalt not be of the world. What is being of the world is believing that everything that you see here, that's it. There's nothing more to it, right? You're just simply all about the physical. You're all about the now, when in reality, you can go right here and use your God power. And though you don't feel her making out with you and being intimate here in the 3D, you can go right here and be okay with it right there. Just like I was with, we're going to call her Connie. Just like with Connie, okay? Though she was ignoring me, I was amusing myself with all these affirmations saying that she wants to suck me dry. And I'm over there giggling because of how funny those affirmations are. My subconscious is like, oh, he's giggling, even though, why is he giggling if she really isn't sucking him dry? Oh, it's probably because she's going to suck him dry. And then boom, what happens? I shift to the reality where all of a sudden she's flirting with me. Boom. That's how it works, guys. Okay? You're basically affirming, but the difference here is it is a supercharge to your subconscious, because it actually gets you to self-amuse yourself, and self-amusement is highly connected to when you are in the state of bliss, when you're in the state of happiness, right? Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm usually not in a very joking mood when I am upset that something's not working, or when I'm feeling down, right? Most of us aren't, right? I mean, I remember when I was a kid and I was in a bad mood, and then an hour later I'm joking and my dad's like, oh, you're off your horse, aren't you? Right? Well, when your subconscious sees that you're joking, even though you went 30 plus years showing your subconscious that whenever you're not getting what you want, that you're never in a mood to joke around. Well, if you are self-amusing yourself about someone sucking your dick, even though it's not happening in the 3D, your subconscious has no other choice but to say, okay, well, he must be having his dick sucked by this girl, so we must show him that. So that way it can make sense. That way it can make sense of this travesty. So break the fucking fourth wall. It's basically just another way to affirm in the moment, but yet it's a supercharge to your subconscious, okay? You're basically tricking the fuck out of your subconscious. And it's fucking fun, okay? This is your little fucking secret weapon in your back pocket. Put it in your mind and fucking lock it, okay? Boom, bars. I am Neil Lartos. This is all that the I'm Awareness had to say. And I know you're going to be okay.